Hello everyone, uh, welcome all to this ABAP tutorial. Uh, we are starting ABAP tutorial covering all the 360 aspects of this programming language, and for the prerequisite for the audience of this tutorial is nothing. There is no need to know the programming technique or program any other programming language or even SAP experience. This tutorial is also for those people who have programming experience in other language. For those people, we will try to spell out the similarities and differences uh, as well. As I said earlier, we are going to cover the 360 aspect of this language, so it will going to be the long course, and we'll try to cover the new additions in this ABAP technology, ABAP language from the SAP side. Let's start. What will the content? The first thing we will learn is history of SAP technology. The history, for the history purpose, actually what we will cover, uh, we will cover the history of SAP as a company and the history of ABAP language. We'll also cover some concepts that are important to know before working on an SAP ABAP based system. Then we will move to first program and specifics. In this section, we will cover everything one need to know to build a working simple ABAP program. And we'll cover the basic building blocks of programming here, and conclude this section by building a program that utilizes all the basic programming logic concepts. Then we'll move further to data dictionary objects. Here we will explore ABAP data dictionary. It is a central repository for data used in all ABAP based SAP systems. The data dictionary allows to manage definitions for all other object types like tables, views, types, domains, log objects, and others etc. These objects are used in ABAP programs and other SAP components. We will explain how to create data dictionary objects and how to use it in our ABAP program. Then further we will move to accessing databases. Here we will cover how to access the data stored in database using OpenSQL commands. Uh, so basically we will introduce OpenSQL here. Then we will further navigate to structures and internal table. Here we will learn how to create a structure internal table and how to use these structures and internal tables in our ABAP program. Further we will move to modularization. See, basically like other programming languages, ABAP program also should have modularized, meaning their components can be separated and recombined in different ways. So we'll learn how to achieve this basic modularization in ABAP program. Then we will discuss dialog screen, selection screen, list screen, and ALVs. These are meant for user interactions and for reporting purpose. ALV is for reporting purpose. We'll discuss all those things. Then we will move further on to object oriented ABAP. ABAP is a hybrid programming language that supports both the procedural and object oriented programming techniques. So we will discuss the various concepts lying in ABAP OOPS like encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, data encapsulation, and information hiding. Then we will further see exception handling. So what is this exception handling? During the runtime of program, a program may encounter error situation, and this error situation sometime introduced by a wrapper means doing all this web development work, and due to the incorrect handling of the application. So we will learn how to handle it in our ABAP program. Now, after exception handling, we will cover the persistent data. See, data exists in two states. One is transient and other is persistent state. When ABAP programs are processing data, the data in the program is transient in nature. So then its lifetime is limited to when the application is running. So we will explore how to achieve the data to be stored persistently in our program. And then we will move to dynamic programming. Software's applications are developed to solve a problem, and most of the time the problem is known beforehand, and design and development of the application focuses on solving the problem which is beforehand which we are knowing earlier. But however, sometimes we may not have all the information until runtime. So in this case, this dynamic program is going to help us in building different ABAP development project. After this, we will cover debugging. Debugging actually is a invaluable tool for any programming environment. It can help in different ways to a developer. So we'll discuss all those things in the debugging section. Then we will come to see the forms. Forms print generally application data, and there are various techniques to print to use these forms, like in ABAP, like SAP script, smart forms, Adobe. So we'll discuss all those things. Then we'll see further interfaces. Interfaces means exchanging information between different systems, both in heterogeneous landscape within an organization and in the outside world. So what interface does, it allows external developer to access and process information in SAP system without having to understand the business process or technical implementation. So there are various tools available here, like batch data communication, BAPI, business application program interface, and there are EDI, ALE, iDocs, and there is LSMW, legacy system migration workbench. There are web services, there are OData services, there are XSL transformations, there are web sockets like ABAP channels and messages. We will discuss all these things one by one and we'll learn it. Then comes modification and enhancement. See, SAP provides a standard software that is designed to meet industry-specific requirements. But sometimes we need to customize it or enhance it. So we achieve all these things through this modification and enhancement, and we'll cover all those things like how to use modification assistant, how to use user exits, customer exits, bodies, and there are enhancement points, and there are business transition events. So we will cover also all these things. And finally, for the website, the last thing we will learn, we will the test and analysis tools, because testing software for the bugs and analyzing their performance is an important part for any software development cycle. So we'll learn it. There are various techniques available here in ABAP, like ABAP unit test, code inspector, selective analysis, process analysis, memory inspector, table call statistics, and performance trace. Mm, there are many things available here, and last one is dump analysis. There are many things available. We'll discuss all these things one by one, and finally we will conclude whatever we will learn in this tutorial by building one application, this shopping cart application, and this application will include creating creating data dictionary objects, accessing those objects, and using business logic to process the data, and displaying all this information to user. So this will conclude our tutorial. Thank you.